All right, dive in with me here. We're going deep on Meta this week.
Okay.
You've sent over a mountain of articles, product launches, company updates,
Yeah.
even a peek into their 2024 Connect event. Clearly, they've been busy.
It's true. A flurry of activity indeed. It's
Yeah.
fascinating to see a company of Meta's size making such aggressive moves.
And I know it's kind of wild.
And
They've-
so many directions.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to build the future,
Mm.
one announcement at a time. And speaking of the future, let's talk about Meta's vision for reality.
Okay.
The virtual kind, the augmented kind, and everything in between. You've got new quests coming out.
Right.
Big emphasis on mixed reality. What's the strategy here?
Well, I think with the mixed reality, it's not just about building gadgets.
Okay.
It's about establishing dominance in a space that's still being defined. With the Quest 3 and 3S, they're not just iterating. They're aiming for mass adoption.
Yeah, and affordability seems to be a big part of that.
For sure.
The Quest 3 is priced to compete with gaming consoles, not just other VR headsets.
Right.
That's a pretty bold statement.
Absolutely. They're playing chess, not checkers.
Mm-hmm.
A lower price point could lure casual gamers
Right.
and curious consumers who might not have considered VR before.
Yeah.
Imagine millions of households with a Quest device in the living room. That's a significant shift in the tech landscape.
Especially because the tech itself seems to be making a huge leap forward.
Yeah.
They're talking about this new Qualcomm processor
Right.
that's supposed to blow everything else out of the water.
The Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 is no joke. Double the graphical processing power, smoother visuals, more complex environments.
Yep.
We're talking about experiences that feel genuinely immersive.
Yeah.
It's no longer about clunky graphics and limited interactions.
Right.
It's about blurring the lines between the real and the virtual.
Okay, so they've got the hardware, but what about the software?
Yeah.
What kind of experiences are they building for this brave new world of mixed reality?
Well, one answer seems to be artificial intelligence. They're weaving AI into everything.
Right.
From the user experience on the Quest to social impact initiatives.
Yeah.
It's almost overwhelming, the sheer volume of AI announcements.
It's strategic. I think Meta recognizes that AI is more than just a tech trend.
Right.
It's the foundational technology for the future they're building.
Okay.
And they're not just talking about it, they're making big moves.
Yeah.
Particularly with their open source AI model, Llama. That's the thing that really jumped out at me. Open sourcing,
Right.
something as powerful as AI seems risky, to say the least.
Yeah.
What's the thought process there?
It's a calculated gamble. By making Llama's code accessible to researchers and developers worldwide,
Okay.
Meta is essentially crowdsourcing AI innovation. Imagine a global community contributing to and refining a single AI model.
Wow.
The speed of development could be exponential.
But doesn't that open the door for misuse? What's stopping someone with less than noble intentions from taking that open source code and doing something harmful?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the classic dilemma of any transformative technology.
Right.
Meta is trying to preempt that concern with a huge emphasis on responsible AI development. They've released ethical guidelines for Llama's use and are investing heavily in tools to detect and mitigate potential harms.
So it's a bit of a tightrope walk. They're unleashing this powerful technology,
Yeah.
but also trying to build in safeguards and ethical frameworks from the start.
And not just frameworks. They're putting their money where their mouth is with the Llama Impact Grants,
Okay.
funding projects that use AI to address real-world issues.
Interesting.
Think about the potential here. AI analyzing climate data to help predict natural disasters
Right.
or improving medical diagnoses in underserved communities.
Okay, so they're trying to show the world that AI can be a force for good.
Hmm.
But let's get back to the user experience for a moment. They're integrating AI into their products, right?
Right.
What does that look like in practice?
Take the new Ray-Ban Meta glasses, for example.
Yeah.
Imagine real-time translation as you're talking to someone who speaks a different language,
Wow.
or getting instant information about a restaurant just by looking at it.
Okay.
These aren't just augmented reality features.
Right.
They're AI seamlessly woven into our daily interactions.
It's like they're trying to create a world where we have access to all the information we could ever need
Right.
right at our fingertips, or rather right in front of our eyes.
It's about augmenting human capability,
Okay.
making us smarter, more connected, more efficient. But it also raises questions about privacy, data security, and our increasing reliance on technology.
It's a lot to unpack. But before we get too far down that rabbit hole,
Yeah.
there's another intriguing piece of the meta puzzle we need to discuss. They seem to be picking a fight with the German internet. He's not even sure where to begin with this one. So Meta ending its direct peering agreement with Deutsche Telekom. On the surface, it seems like a really niche technical detail. Why should anyone outside of the tech world care about this?
Well, this is about control, plain and simple.
Okay.
Control over data flow, internet speed, and ultimately user experience.
Okay.
Peering agreements are the invisible threads that hold the internet together.
Okay.
By ending this agreement, Meta is essentially rerouting its traffic,
Right.
potentially leading to slower speeds and higher costs for Deutsche Telekom's customers.
So Meta saves money and German users potentially get a worse experience?
Right.
Is that really the whole story? Meta claims it's about rising costs, but there's got to be more to it.
It's interesting you say that because this move coincides with Meta urging Europe to embrace open source AI.
Yeah.
While simultaneously butting heads with European regulators over data privacy and net neutrality. It's a delicate dance, and some experts speculate this move with Deutsche Telekom is less about cost-cutting and more about sending a message.
You're saying it's a power play,
It could be.
a way for Meta to flex its muscles in the face of increasing regulation.
It's certainly a bold move by disrupting the status quo of internet infrastructure.
Right.
Meta is highlighting its leverage in a region that's becoming increasingly assertive in regulating tech giants.
Right.
It'll be fascinating to see how this plays out, not just in Germany, but across Europe.
So we've got Meta betting big on the future of reality, pushing the boundaries of AI and now potentially playing hardball with European regulators?
Yeah.
Is there a common thread here?
Meta is playing a high-stakes game on a global scale.
Okay.
They're trying to shape the future of technology while navigating a complex web of regulations, public perception, and competitive pressures.
A lot of balls in the air.
Yeah.
If I had to summarize this whirlwind of meta news, it seems like they're all in on the metaverse.
Right.
This immersive blend of virtual and augmented reality where we work, play, and connect. They're betting that AI will be the engine that drives these experiences, and they're not afraid to ruffle a few feathers along the way.
And that brings us to the crucial question.
Okay.
Is Meta so focused on building the future that they're losing sight of the present? Are they pouring resources into the metaverse while neglecting the very real issues plaguing their current platforms?
It's a question worth considering. As we've seen this week, Meta's actions have wide-reaching implications.
Yeah.
Not just for the future of technology, but for the way we live, work, and interact with the world around us.
For sure.
Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. Until next time, keep asking questions and stay curious.